Jay Baba friends, we have the pleasure of uh, Jacob Horsey singing for us tonight from Perth, Australia. What a treat! Um, so he's just been digging in the garden. His fingernails are now clean, so he's ready to go. Jay Baba, Jay Baba.
Jay Baba. I'll just start with the song, hey, rather than talk. Oh, my Lord, hear my song, humble me where I am wrong. For my Lord, all I own are these words to my song, and may the river of my song find the ocean of your love. Oh, my Lord. Give me strength when I'm weak, when I'm afraid. Give me courage, and when my hope is almost gone, help me, Lord, to sing my song, and may the river of my song find the ocean of your love. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, hear my song, humble me where I am wrong. For my Lord, all I own are these words to my song, and may the river of my song find the ocean of your love. May the river of my song find the ocean Jai Baba.
J. Baba Jacob, your head's kind of cut off on camera. Why is that?
My head's cut off.
Yeah, just the top from the nose up.
Oh my
Really?
goodness, Rosie,
Yeah.
I don't see that. I
Uh,
see it.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah, well, that's so interesting. Well, I want to see Taluda and Tajun too. A quick peek.
They just went to bed.
Oh,
Not that
of course.
I should just go wake them up and bring them out.
Yeah, why not? I mean, yeah. Any two with those names, come on, Tallulah and Tajun. That does it. Those names.
It's funny. Liz had a dream that Taj's head was off in the dream.
Oh my
So,
God.
like talking about heads not being on.
Wow. No, it's so funny because I can see Betty and myself, but you're off from the nose up.
I've never.
I do remember what you look like.
That's so good. It's like you can superimpose somebody else's face on top.
And I do remember what you sound like. I like your sound.
I think the rest of us see you okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I feel so privileged, right? So wake them up. What is it?
All right, I'll do another song.
Yeah.
This is called You Reached Me. Actually, I don't really know the name of this. I call it You Reached Me now. I used to call it Woven. Cliff has been mixing and editing some tracks over the top of this one. When I was in Myrtle Beach, I did some recording with Cliff, and Mark and Lisa have added some nice backing to it. So hopefully we'll get it out and put it on Spotify or something soon. You reached me in my hiding place, and took me in your cool embrace. In a world so stripped of love, in an age of machines and blood, and you called me through the sleep, and you reached me in a dream so deep. You were woven so delicately, thus beloved, I fell for thee. Your moonlight tore through the night, and took my reaching hand so tight. And you sang me out from the sleep. And I followed down dissolving streets. You were woven so masterfully. Thus, beloved, I walk with thee. You reached me in my hiding place. And took me in your cool embrace. And you called me through the sleep. And you reached me in a dream so deep. You were woven so splendidly. Thus, beloved, I awoke to thee. You were woven so splendidly. Thus, beloved, I awoke to thee.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna roll up my sleeves now.
Uh-oh. Watch
Been
out.
gardening. I have a button that keeps clicking. Did you want me to play any particular songs or just whatever?
Anybody have a request?
I kind of just I haven't played in a little while.
As you
So
wish. What are you inspired to do?
Can I
yeah,
request Francis's hands?
yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up and try and learn it. Hold on.
I couldn't quite hear the drums on that last song.
Yeah. Me neither. The drummer was being really slack, I think.
He was at the pub.
No doubt. No doubt. We've just moved, Cliff, to a place called Belga. I don't know. This just made me think of it, mentioning the word pub. I don't know if there's a pub here, but it's we've been repeatedly told it's the worst suburb in Perth. So we've like gone to as low as we can go. And I should be at the pub right now making friends.
You'll have to look for a drummer.
So the name of the town is Balga, which is the name of like a tree, a grass tree in Australia. It's an indigenous name. But the town became like so notorious that they changed half of the town's name to Westminster to try to like dress it up a bit.
Which half do you live in?
We're in Old Belga. It's actually a nice place. It's a little bit run down and interesting, you know.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know if I've got the words written down. I'll try and use my memory. Here we go. There's a plane out on the horizon. It's bearing my beloved as it touches down in Sydney. I know I've never loved another. There are teardrops on the doorstep where his lotus feet stood, and these stone walls that housed his form would sing his name if they could. And I wish I were John Bruford, all on a rouse. I wish I were Francis's hands, building Mayhew House. There's a car leaving Brisbane. It's bearing my beloved. This winter in Queensland will be remembered like no other. And I'm sure the flooded gums sing as he passed, and the kookaburra laughed when he laughed. And on June 6th when he left, I bet grieving Marucci wept. And I wish I were John Bruford or Robert Rouse. I wish I were Francis's hands, building Barbara's house. There's a plane out on the horizon. It's bearing my beloved. As it fades in the distance, I know I'll never love another. And I wish I were Billy Boy, all on a rouse. I wish I were Francis's hands, building Mayhead House.
Bravo. Yeah,
Absolutely. That was just
yeah, so beautiful.
such
Thank
a
you.
tribute to that special.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely beautiful. I think I mentioned last time I was on the story connected to that song. Um, you
Tell
with
us, tell us.
Do you
Yeah.
mind if I just grab some water? I've got dust in my throat from being
Ah.
in the garden today. 1 minute.
Oh, I want to hear the story.
But you know what it reminds me of? He'd like to hear that song Costa Pass, I bet.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. It had that such a sweet, ancient feeling to it. Jacob, there's a song by an American, and it's about Cosma Peth,
Yeah.
that time in Manzilimim, and you would love to hear it. It is so amazing. And
Yeah.
your song reminded me of it. It's like kind of has an ancient beauty to it, just ancient, you know. Wow.
It rings a bell, Casper Peth.
Casper Peth, yeah, that's Manzilimim, that time
Yeah.
when Baba was called Mayor.
there once said.
Yeah. No, I
There
mean
was,
the song. I feel like I may have heard the song. I don't know. Who
yeah,
wrote the song?
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to
yeah,
you.
Okay.
great.
Yeah, I'll have a listen.
Jacob, will you tell us the story? Song,
Oh,
Francis?
I wrote it. You might have read Practical Spirituality by John Grant, and I just really loved that story John tells of how he was in Mayher House in Sydney, the house that Francis and some other Barber lovers had helped build for Barber's visit in 1956. A stone house that Francis had quarried the stone from the side of the mountain, and he described how he was a pretty unsentimental person, typically, and so too were most of the other people there. And when Barber was in the room, he recalled looking around and like he was crying, and he was shocked that he was sort of like in that state of emotion, and then he saw that everyone else was weeping as well, and then he saw Erich was also weeping, and was struck that Erich, who had been with Baba, everywhere he had travelled, would still be so touched by Baba's, stories and so forth. So, yeah, if you get a chance to visit Sydney, Mayor House is a beautiful sort of, yeah, place connected to Baba and carries that sort of energy, I guess. So I wrote that song kind of inspired by that.
Was it Bill LePage who took this beautiful movie of Francis actually quarrying the stone with this kind of jerry-rig contraption? Does that ring a bell to you? It's a wonderful movie of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure who filmed it. It may have been Bill. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's the
Yeah, I
great.
know Bill was there on and off helping and working, and then it was transferred into Bill's name, I think, after Baba came. Bill had a long sort of connection to Mayor House, and Bill's wife, Joan LePage, his first wife, who met Baba as well, and she lived there. I remember meeting her there on occasions, and yeah, so the LePage family has quite a connection to Mayor House in Sydney. Should I do another song?
Oh, absolutely. Please.
Right, I'll have a look. I'll do this one. This is called Without You. Would I be a liar if I said I need you? If I said I'm nothing without you? Would I be mistaken if I said I'm yours? If I said that my life is but your wind? Cause I'd be lost without you, so lost without you. Yeah, I'd be lost without you. Would I be forgiven if I gave you my all? If I said that you're my everything? Would I be gave you my love. If I said I'm nothing but your wind, 'cause I'd be lost without you, so lost without you. Yeah, I'd be lost without you. Without you. Without you. Okay, Baba. It's really hard to kind of fathom that we're like actually in communication through a little screen in front of me. It's so strange, like just going from like normal life and then suddenly you're suddenly in this realm. Oh, here we go. I flicked to a song. Oh, I'll try and remember it. It's called The Hard Way. The Hard Way. So I'm a
It's fun.
Montessori teacher.
It's funny when you said normal life, because I don't consider it normal. That's why the avatar is here. But usual
Yeah.
life, usual. Yeah.
Yes, that's probably a better word for it.
Yeah, really, it's not normal. Wow.
It's very out of the ordinary at the moment, hey.
It's a mess. Right.
Yeah, it's an utter
The word
mess.
at world's end. He nabbed it. Francis did. Wow.
Yeah. I haven't played this in a long time, so I'm gonna have to just play around for a moment to see if I can remember how it goes. This is going to be really risky because I have no idea how it goes, so I'm going to probably make up some of it as it goes. I wrote this.
Take a chance.
So, pardon?
Take a chance. It's okay. It's good.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, it might be really shit though, so just be warned. This I wrote for my dad because I'm a Montessori teacher. Rosalie, you are a Montessori teacher too, hey? And I was explaining to Dad about Montessori education and kind of the nuances of it and how it's child-led and the stages of psychological development and all of that. And then I got to the end of it and Dad said, "Yeah, but sometimes you've just got to learn the hard way and be thrown in the deep end." And I was like, "Yeah, that's true. There is." I love the Diana Page told me a story that she was there one day and she really liked Erich. Just suddenly, in the middle of the conversation said, "That's Montessori spirituality," or something like that, just referring to it. Just that earlier, that romantic stage, maybe, of spirituality. Anyway, this is called The Hard Way. I might have to like play around for a little bit to get it. Sometimes things don't turn out the way you planned, and sometimes that easy road's more like quicksand, and sometimes the remedy's best if you take it straight. Sometimes you've gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes the deep end's the best place to start, and sometimes a near death revives an old heart. And sometimes you find it most once you've gone astray. Sometimes you've got to learn the hard way. You gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes friends don't turn up when you need them most, and sometimes the ones you love disappear like ghosts, and sometimes the problem's you, boy, and you're the one to blame. 'Cause sometimes you've got to learn the hard way. You gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn the hard way. Hey, hey, yeah, 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 hard way. You gotta learn to be thankful. You gotta learn to trust. And when the enemy stands before you, boy, you gotta learn to love. For sometimes the truth is best when you take it straight. Sometimes you've got to learn the hard way. You gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn the hard way. Hey, hey, yeah, 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 the hard way. Sometimes things don't turn out the way you planned, and sometimes that easy road's more like quicksand, and sometimes the remedy's best if you take it straight. 'Cause sometimes you've got to learn the hard way. You gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn, gotta learn the hard way.
Hi, that's great.
Amen. Amen, brother.
That is such a good one.
Wonderful.
Sometimes if you're ever around back in these parts, I have to tell you my Montessori story, because I was more like a Montessori student, and I
Yeah.
saw and I thought I would have had a wonderful life if I had it, Montessori. I mean,
Yeah.
Pythagoras theorem. I mean, all these tiles on the. I mean, it was.
Yeah. I get a
But-
lot of parents say they would have loved it if they were in Montessori, and it would have been.
Yeah.
And I
But
often think that too. It is much like for me, I got really into it philosophically and psychologically, and it answered a lot of existential questions I had
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
why the hell there are children and stages of life, and what the hell do you do about it?
Yeah.
But I don't know, yeah, I still think I don't know whether I would have preferred it or not, Montessori education.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
have needed to learn the hard way, I
Hard
reckon.
way. Yeah.
I took the hard way, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
I
that
needed to be like kicked out of class and like have like strict teachers, and I
one time
probably needed a bit of that.
the whole group of people studying to be teachers turned on me and thought
Yeah,
I was torturing the teacher because she was off one day, and
yeah,
I tell you, it was like a tribunal. It was really weird. Yeah,
yeah.
and
It
you
can
know,
get strange, hey.
I happened to have Baba's coat. Baba's coat. It was the coat that he was wearing when he had the Ishtiake written down and tucked in his pocket.
Yeah,
And Khorshid, Mandali Khorshid sent it to the West. It was in Los Angeles. And I happened to have it because I was building a case for it. I didn't know beans about building a case, but the chance to have this coat. And I put that coat on, and I tell you, Baba was very slender at that time. It was like Manzili mean,
yeah. It is
fiery,
nothing.
and the back was ripped out. But that's where they found the Ishtiake. And then they showed it to Ari Kearani, and he translated it into English. It's this.
Yeah.
Rosalie, you found it? You stuck your hand in the pocket?
No. Terry Adams. No, Terry Adams. No, I didn't find it. I tell you, I was like at wit's end, but I had the coat, and I thought, by golly, maybe it'll help if I try it on. And you feel a little, with any of Baba's articles, like I have a lock of his hair, and I thought, people thank me if I give them a little snip of it. And I thought, I'm not to be thanked. I tell you, who am I to even have a lock of the hair? It's so precious.
So Jake,
We were given a lock of hair years ago. It's a bit of a sore point in our marriage, really.
Wow.
what?
And
The what of your marriage?
it's a bit of a sore point, Rosalie, because we've moved that many bloody times, and when it comes to moving, I'm really exacting with the process. Plus, like just regular everyday life, because our life has been so displaced constantly. I like put stuff away in files and drawers. I mean, a lot of people do this too, and somewhere I've put some of Barbara's hair. Like,
you can't
chances
find it.
are I put it in the bin somewhere, even like that wouldn't be something probably like while driving across Australia, because we had it in supposedly in the middle console of our car, I
Yeah.
think. And it would be likely that I just like pulled out an envelope and was like, what the hell's an
Oh my
envelope
God.
for now?
So it disappeared.
So like some dingo probably has Barbara's hair in the middle of Australia. And it's,
That happened to me. I had Baba's handkerchief that I was given. It wiped him, and it was my older brother, who is like a sheriff and knows very practical things. I had him pack my suitcase on the top of my car, and we strapped it. And I says, "Do you think it's secure?" He said, "Oh yeah, it's secure." We're driving down the freeway, we call them here, speedway, whatever, fast. And
yeah,
it flew off. It flew. It was a big suitcase. I had a don't worry, be happy card on it. It flew off,
yeah,
and it landed in the middle of two
Oh
lanes. And I thought, oh God, thank you. it's okay. I'll wait till the traffic clears. And then a Mack truck hit it. And all of
Oh
a sudden,
no.
all of my clothes was being shuffled in the air. And after, when it calmed down, we ran over and pulled the rubbish off. It was gone. That handkerchief was, they must have needed it. I thought they must have needed it. Thank God I didn't have the Sadra I had with me. You know, Sadra. And I don't know if you ever met Jack Small. I told him, I says, thank God I didn't have the Sadra. And he just rolled his eyes like, oh. But you know, it's like, these are sacred things, you know, even one piece of hair, but you know, it's like, you know, it's such a gift, you know, it's like, or his places, but Baba always removes the places. Look at someone, they don't even have that point, Mahabaleshwar, someone tried to get it, or, you know, they even tried to carve out that stone that Baba used to pound his head on, you know, in Pune, you know, so it's like, people
there
do.
was a place Baba stayed in Brisbane when he arrived in Queensland that got like an old, like famous hotel that was just knocked down. I think they salvaged a door from it, you know, for Baba lovers. I guess all of these relics will be, you know, we will fight wars over them in the future, and
Yeah. I mean, it is
I
ironic.
really look forward to it. There's in Queensland, because we're on the opposite side of Australia. They have Baba's sandals and, you know, several relics, and we've only got this stone from Guru Prasad where Baba was doing his universal work. So when Ward Parks came, he kept joking that the Western Australians were like stone worshippers and the Queenslanders were sandal worshippers. And then we plotted that we would go to Queensland and steal Baba's bed and drive it back to Western Australia with the sandals. So we did it, and we replaced it with a replica, and they don't even know that it's just, no, I'm only joking.
Oh, you know, and the
We
thing
did
is,
really cool.
just
But we
the
will.
same, you know, Baba said, you know, or the Mandali would say, we'd be so grateful to be around there. He says, no, look to Baba, you know.
Yeah.
But we still, you know, and like now, it's like really forced on that looking inward. You are God, you know. It's wow. We just don't get it, you know.
Yeah, well, reading Upasni Maharaj's talks, he really emphasized a few times that anything that a master, you know, touches, the environment is God, is of real as such. Yeah. So they are pretty sacred. Yeah.
I have to say, you know, I've loved your music and your singing way back when you came. You were in Myrtle Beach, and that's when I met you. And it was at the Namaranians. It was some Persian Baba lovers, and
Okay.
yeah.
In Myrtle Beach, was it?
Yes, in Myrtle
Yeah,
Beach,
because I
right
remember
near
meeting you
the
in Myrtle
center,
Beach.
very close. But
Yeah.
I would say this when I think of that, Baba said, you know, here in Myrtle Beach was his home in the West. But I would say this, like the partnership of like Australians and American Baba lovers, you know, like your music, I feel particularly is so relaxing in a stimulating way.
Yeah.
And you know, God only knows what Baba's going to have to do here in the good old USA, because he says we would lead the world spiritually, but first we will have to be awakened. So it's like,
okay, I'm calling us back to concert now. Time.
Oh,
Okay.
the music.
Yeah, sorry, I can chat for ages. So I should just sing. Let's go.
You'll have to come more often too, Jacob.
to the
Yeah.
States, I would
No,
love to come.
I mean, at least zooming over with your music.
Zooming's easy.
Yeah.
Zooming's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, Baba.
All right, I'll try and do this one. Sorry, all of these songs I should have prepared a bit better. No matter what song I look at now, I kind of have to double guess whether I can
Take
sing it
your
or not.
time. We're so glad. It is relaxed, sister. You just relax and enjoy it. Oh, it's been wonderful, truly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
you're
you.
so natural the way you do it. It's great, man. Nice and natural. It's awesome.
Yeah, I often have to think like, don't fall asleep or don't like just do something really random during a song, like, because I'll feel quite relaxed and then be like, oh shit, don't like start trying to make something up on the spot, you know, something random. Anyway, if I do something weird like that, you'll know that I finally reached that point. This is called Ash and Cinders. You might know the story of Al-Halaj, the perfect master, who was like brutally killed for saying that he was true. What was it? He kept saying Anal Haq, which means I am truth, I guess. And the like orthodoxy at the time wanted him to stop. And they really loved him as well. A lot of them really loved him. He was a Sufi, one of the first, the earlier Sufis, and he wouldn't stop. And there's like stories of them throwing him in jail, and then like he would disappear from the jail and be outside, and then people would disappear from the jail. And then they went to find the jail one night and they couldn't find the jail. The jail was missing. So eventually they decided they needed to kill him. And as he was being walked out to wherever he was going to be, I can't remember if he was hung first or if they cut his head off, somebody stopped him and said, asked him what Sufism was. And he said, it isn't this. And then they took him down. They took him down, and I have a feeling, I don't know, you might need to check with Ward Parks, but I have a feeling there was another perfect master involved in the whole plot to kill him. Anyhow, there he is, and he gets killed, and he's still repeating Anal Haq. And then as the story goes, like, his blood was forming the words Anal Haq. And then they burnt his body and threw it into the river, and you could hear Anal Haq going down the stream, and the ash was forming the words Anal Haq. I just thought it was such a beautiful image. Well, maybe not really that beautiful, but like such an amazing sort of story. So inspiring. And, we don't really have these stories in the West of the Sufi masters and Islamic teachers, Anyway, this is called Ash and Cinders. Like the embers of a fire by the morning, love's desire will be nothing but ash and cinders. Thus the warning of all love singers, and the arrow of love's burning name, consumed by the sun of thy holy flame. Yet, beloved, if you could grant me thus, instead of union, leave me singing from the dust. Like the midnight in its power, consumes the day's final hour. The fruit of all God's lovely flowers is the fauna of his lovers, and the arrow of love's burning name pierces the sun's holy flame. Yet, beloved, if you could abide me so, some sin to keep me bound down below. Oh, my brother, I'm neither nothing, neither something, far less everything, somewhere between. If you find me in the ashes, there I'll be, singing, beloved, singing on and on, on and on and on and on and on and on, singing, beloved, singing on and on, a singing drop of his golden song. Singing, beloved, singing on and 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 on, singing, beloved, singing on and on, a singing drop of his golden song. Like the embers of a fire by the morning, love's desire will be nothing but ash and cinders. Thus the warning of all love singers, of all love singers.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Something like that. I'll have a look through my book. There's quite a few songs that I've really just forgotten how they go, sadly.
You know, Jacob, I loved that song you began with. I don't know the name.
Yeah, River of My Song.
River. And so I know if you before you go, would you sing it again before, maybe like the
Yeah,
last?
And
Yeah,
also
yeah.
in Francis's hands too. We like them all.
You're good with the repeats are great.
I've
Yeah.
got a song, River of Song. It's slightly different, one word different. So that one's called River of My Song. This is River of Song. I'll play that one.
Okay.
I need to be able to zoom in on my book. See, I need something digital rather than a silly book. Something I can zoom in on, and anyhow, I'll try and read. I'm just checking I've even got the words here fully. I'll just do what I've got here. It's got lots of verses, so I'll just sort of simplify it. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay, that's all right. We're privy to your how you work.
Take me down to your river of song, cleanse my heart, wash away my wrongs, lift me up in your never-ending arms. May the waters keep me safe from harm. Take me down to your river of song, where your lovers drink wine from dusk till dawn, like Eruch, like Francis in his song. May the waters keep me on and on. Take me down to your river of song, like Majnun. Make this love pure and strong, like the sinners baptized by dearest John. Pour the waters over me till every trace is gone. Take me down to your river of song, where echoes whisper of ages gone, like Peter when he walked upon the sea, and Jesus when he saved him from the deeps of Galilee. Take me down to your river of song, like the Ganges, where pilgrims still throng. Burn this corpse of mine and cast me unto thee. Mix my ashes in the sacred river of Mukti. Take me down to your river of song, where Al-Halaj is heard, his voice ever strong, where the priests burnt his body for his drunken blasphemy, and the Tigris bears his song for all eternity. eternity. Take me down to your river of song, as Jeremiah in ancient Babylon, where the Jews remembered a kingdom still to come, and in the rivers of their grief a new Jerusalem. Take me down to your river of song, where Baba fell into Vengala headlong, and Eruj pulled him up from the murky stream, he who saves us all from the muck of illusion's dream. Take me down to your river of song, where your lovers drink wine dusk till dawn, like Eruj, like Mani in her song. May the waters carry me on and on and on. May the waters carry me. On and on. Jai Baba.
Something about you and rivers.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, both of them.
I have this like habit of I think it's because like maybe writing you kind of connect all sorts of ideas all at once, but whenever I sing a song it often gets like I'll be reading the line like this last line here from that song, he who saves us all from the muck of, I've got written here, muck of this Mayavic dream. That's what like I originally wrote, and I changed it. But my brain really wants to sing muck of this margarine instead, and it'll suggest all these words all the time, like to try to throw me. So I've got this song Golden Sea where every single time my mind just really wants to change the words in a part. I shouldn't tell you because then you'll sort of like think of it every time.
Watch for it.
It's hold on, let's see. I say the line, I say the word peril, but I always think of beryl, which is like my grandmother's sister or something like that. Anyway, these are the stupid things that go on in my head. So this is called Golden Sea. My love sailed upon a golden sea when I first beheld you. In the mirror of my heart, and I pledged a love I thought was true. With the sea spray glistening in your hair, I couldn't help but to fall in love right then and there. Even the crystal skies were whispering your name, and there was no hint of peril on the horizon. At dawn I woke to the sound of waves crashing up on the deck, and to save us all I had to cast all hope overboard. Things were desperate. By the time I could rest and the seas had finally settled down, my beloved had left and was nowhere to be found. The night drew back and the ocean grew dark. Looking back, I can safely say that is when this love truly did start. My love sailed upon a golden sea when I first beheld you. In the mirror of my heart, and I pledged a love I thought was true. I don't know.
That's different.
Hey,
Wow. Was that an early one, Jacob? Early in your songwriting? It's different.
Yeah, I wrote that
Great.
quite a while. I've never played it that way before. I just started playing like that and thought it's
I like it.
normally like, my love sailed upon a golden sea when I first beheld you. Should go like that. Yeah, I wrote that maybe like 15 years ago, I guess. I lived with you might know John Isaacs Young and Jeanette. Jeanette, I think she's in America at the moment, or she was just recently in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Yep. So I lived with them. I can't remember how long. I lived on their veranda at one point, and then I lived downstairs. And I was trying to be like an ascetic at the time, and then I lived in another one of their properties, and then another one of their properties, and anyway, I wrote that one while I was living there. John was close to Francis Brabazon when Francis was alive, and John and I would play a bit of music and read poetry and yeah, at night time, and then garden during the day. John's a big like permaculture gardener, whatever you would call it. Yeah. So I wrote that, and then I played it to John, and he said that it needs like a shark in it or something. Something like, rather than just another song about the sea. Anyway, I haven't added the shark to it yet.
Jacob, I have an idea, strong
Yeah.
idea. I would love it if we have one other musician that once a month he comes, and it's joyful. I don't know if you've ever heard him, Brandon Rees. And
Yeah.
I would love if you would sign up for once a month, you
Is
know,
that
and that would be, I would say, a help to America. Let's put it like that way, a help to America.
I think
Well-
timing is an issue. Those concerts
Oh, yeah.
are evening. You have to see about 7 o'clock in our evening. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that would
it's
be 7
sometimes.
in our morning? That's good
Yeah,
time.
because you
Just
know, I
depends
mean,
if I'm teaching.
I study Montessori too. You're doing Montessori, but there's just something about the heart of Montessori that you can share, and you do in your music, believe me.
Hey,
Thank you.
Rosalie, we got a buzzing in your background, I think.
Yeah, no, it's a buzzing. It's a mosquito city, you know, Myrtle Beach.
It's meant to be winter here, but it's kind of warm, and then every so often it feels cold, but it's still kind of warmish. I've got a random song here. I'll try and play. It's called "The Alchemist." It might not be a very good song, but I'll try it anyway. I'll try and get the timing right. It really sucks when you get the wrong timing at the beginning of a song, and then you have to just stick to that. I hear your song in deathly night, lover's pain in silent flight. The nightingale, the lover's plight. I stand to pledge my own death rights. Betwixt the hour of death and life, the wilting flowers, fragrant strife, inscribe thy name upon thy nights. The setting sun trades light for light. I hear your laughter upon the breeze, lover's anguish on broken knees, and in the fire where burns my soul, the alchemist turns stone to gold. The sinking ship on stormy seas, vagrant song sings love's decrees, and in the heart of history sweet, the poet drowns in ocean deep. I hear your laughter upon the breeze, lover's anguish on broken knees, and in the fire where burns my soul, the alchemist turns stone to gold. I hear your laughter upon the breeze. Love is anguish on broken knees, and in the fire where burns my soul, the alchemist turns stone to gold. The alchemist turns stone to gold. Jai Baba.
Wonderful. Wow.
This is a really old song called Get Back to You. This would be one of the first songs that I wrote. The skies above just keep reaching out, like my heart reaches out to get back to you. And the hills I climb just keep popping up, but I'll keep climbing them till I get back to you, my Lord, my Lord. The roads I walk just keep winding on, but my heart travels on to get back to you. And the years slip by, but I keep hanging on. It's love holding on to get back to you, my Lord, my Lord. My Lord, my Lord. The skies above just keep reaching out, like my heart reaches out to get back to you.
This has been wonderful. Just sitting with you in your living room there.
Yeah, thank
Great.
you.
Very relaxed.
Oh, My computer's
I have
asking.
to say, I want Francis in Francis's hands again, please.
You want me to do Francis's
Oh,
hands? Yeah,
beautiful. No,
sure.
I
That
met
makes
him
it really
once.
easy for me.
And,
Thank
and
you.
were you in India in 76?
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of
No,
us
no.
Americans came, and Francis was there. I
No,
remember.
I wasn't. I was born in '84, so I wasn't alive.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was
Well, you
before
could have
you.
been. You could have been there. Come back.
I
Um,
was there, though.
yeah, I don't doubt it. Yeah, but Eric had him sitting in that special seat, his little hassock there. Just it was so loving. It was very loving of the
Yeah.
scene. And I tell you, the Australians gave a concert. You could have taken the roof off the Mandalay
Yeah.
Hall, and the recording was just a dud. It was a total dud because I bought it.
Ah,
I bought it a
yeah.
record or whatever. I was so disappointed. I mean, wow. And it was glorious, I have to say,
Mm.
Yeah. 76 December. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill LePage. I think was Bill there. Was that the?
I don't remember him, but I definitely remember Francis. I don't think he was there because, he's not like quiet and in behind the scenes. He was not there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it would
yeah.
have been.
Well, really, Jacob, I really wish you would think about like once a month. Once a month. I mean, we just have to talk to Angela.
Yeah, once a
Yeah,
month.
absolutely.
Hey, you
No,
sound
really.
great, Jacob. You always sound good.
Oh yeah,
And I have to go. I have a gig, but I
yeah.
wanted to just say it's
Oh,
so
good
great to
luck.
see you. You sound great. And I don't know how to put the two recordings that we have posted so people could hear them. Um, but I'll do something about sending something out to the Baba community on Baba Zoom so they
Yeah.
can hear those. And if you do it again, maybe we can do a fundraiser and yeah. I didn't get anything set up for this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
That'd be
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
You
there's
Yeah.
sound amazing, man.
It would be. It would. I'd love to play more often too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Great. And you
Yeah.
I
know
don't have
what?
like much of a life.
I love how you perform because it's very natural and you open your book and you talk to the crowd and the way that you do that is really entertaining and it's kind of special because it's really just the way you
Are
is
you just
fantastic.
making that
It's
up? Because I was just
fantastic
thinking
stage
it's probably
presence.
really boring.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
nothing boring
Okay.
about it.
Thank you.
Oh,
I,
Yeah. Yeah, I
really,
gotta go, man.
yeah,
We'll have to catch up
your
sometime.
style
Jai
of
Baba.
Hey,
your
Baba.
style of devotional singing is so relaxing and so inspirational. Really.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, there's a lot of times too much banging on our heads, and that's just like so soothing and your wording is so good. It's so good. You get yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
think I've always been kind of drawn to more like grief and tragic and
a hard way.
the
You
hard
got
way.
a hard way.
Yeah.
And I had to.
I'm not sure where I got the idea though with writing. I guess, yeah, at a certain point, I think when I started writing music for Babo, it just became very natural, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It is
Um,
very natural. Yeah, that's a gift.
Jacob, I think it's about midnight there, right? I don't want to tax you, but
yeah,
uh,
it's getting. I'm not actually sure what the time is here.
Yeah, we
I'm okay, so I don't mind.
all
we
right, all
we
right.
can't tax you. You're not an American.
Yeah, I'm probably being taxed somehow right now with some tax.
No, we need your music, Jacob. Yeah.
Love it. Love as much as you have. Just don't want to wear you out.
Yeah.
Should I do any particular song?
In Francis's hands again,
Oh
please.
yeah, Francis's hand. That's good because then I can try and play it properly. I make a reference in it to Marucci River on the Sunshine Coast. When Baba came to Avatar's abode, he looked out, and I imagine he would have seen Marucci River because it flows around where the lookout is at on the Sunshine Coast at the center there. And this river, Marucci, there's an Aboriginal story connected to it about like a couple betrothed, and then it's a long story. I won't tell you the story, but eventually somebody gets their head chopped off, as you do, and the lovers are kind of separated. And Marucci, the young Aboriginal woman in the story, flees up into the mountain ranges on the Sunshine Coast and weeps a flood of tears that become the Marucci River that flows out into the ocean. And there's a black swan that lives on the river it's called Marucci, the swan, and it has its head bowed out of respect for Marucci's love. Which is interesting. I think somebody told me that Marucci is maybe a Sanskrit word as well. There's something connected to it, the word as well. Yeah. Anyway, when the Europeans arrived in Australia, they didn't believe that there really were black swans because they hadn't seen them before. They thought that they were sending home like swans that had been painted. And then
I believe in them.
we're still painting them, and it's only once people get here that they realize it's a big conspiracy.
It also sounds like a Paul Robeson biography. Yeah.
Anyhow, I mentioned Marucci in the song. I think the story really reminds me of the story of Parvati and Shiva and Ganesha. In fact, I think it might be the same story. So anyway, this is Francis's hands. There's a plane out on the horizon. It's bearing my beloved as it touches down in Sydney. I know I'll never love another. There are teardrops on the doorstep where his lotus feet stood, and these stone walls that housed his form would sing his name if they could. And I wish I were John Grant or Robert Rouse. I wish I were Francis's hands building Mayhair House. There's a car leaving Brisbane. It's bearing my beloved. This winter in Queensland will be remembered like no other. I'm sure the flooded gums sing as he passed, and the kookaburra laughed when he laughed. And on June 6, when he left, I bet grieving Marucci wept. And I wish I were Joan Bruford or Robert Rouse. I wish I were Francis's hands building Barbara's house. There's a plane out on the horizon. It's bearing my beloved. As it fades in the distance, I know I've never loved another. And I wish I were Billy Boy or Rada Rouse. I wish I were Francis's hands. Jai Baba. I forgot the last line. The last place Baba was in the West was Australia in 1958, after he'd been on his tour in the States and then Australia, and he flew out from Sydney. I think it was from Sydney, and when he left, he didn't look back. He was gone, and he actually, they had a stopover in the Northern Territory, which is up the top of Australia, which is actually a very remote sort of kind of part of Australia. It's quite, there's I think only 300,000 or so people that live in the Northern Territory. It's where Uluru or Alice Springs is. You probably know the Red Rock.
Right.
Yeah, so but Baba was north of Uluru, like the capital city in the Northern Territory is Darwin. And so he had a stopover there, and that was the last place where he was in the West. And God knows what he did, because we don't know if he got out and stopped the plane for a bit and met anybody there. Would you like me to do one last song, or
Lovely. Of course. Yeah.
you have to get to school or anything like that?
How about 10 more songs?
Yeah. It's
I
early.
don't mind. I'm not really tired at all, so I can sing.
It's an
It's nice
early
playing.
Saturday day for us. It's yeah, it's perfect. As long as you're up for it, Jacob, this is wonderful.
I'll play a song I just flicked to. This is called The Boilermaker's Son. My dad was a Boilermaker, and I wrote this for him like 3 or 4 years ago on his couple of days before his birthday. I have a lot of trouble writing songs for other people, and usually what happens is they're secretly about Barbara, and then like my songs that I've written, people say, "Why didn't you write a song about Liz?" And I'm like, "I do. I write songs about Liz." And then it's like, "Yeah, but they're kind of Barbara songs." Why don't you write her a song? So I have a lot of trouble kind of disguising that I'm actually writing a song for Barbara. Anyhow, this was for my dad. I recall, like, as a boy, Dad would work with steel, and he would have, like, he would come home coated in black steel, and he had like green. He's still alive. He had these green trousers that he would wear, like Boilermakers trousers, and he was a surfboard shaper as well, and he would always like be smoking, and he's very like good at his craft and relaxed in the way he did it. But he was, that era would be smoking and shaping a surfboard, or there's such kind of regulations and caution now when you work in a steel fabricating factory, and he would come over and show me how to like properly grind, and he would have no glasses on or anything like that, and and you'd start and he would do it, and then kind of like he was a bit of a perfectionist with it all. So he's a real crafts kind of person in his own way. He thinks that when he was young, something happened to him when he was in his 20s. I recall him telling me that he just suddenly knew how to work.
Wow.
And he really worked really hard. Like, I can unbelievably would be working, like he would work all day, he would pick us up and take us to sport, and then he would be working late at night, like doing drawings for building sheds and so forth. And yeah, it worked super hard. And now he just when he retired, we thought he would not know how to stop working. You know how you project that, and he just played golf and moved on. So he relaxes now, but he definitely worked hard. So this is kind of a bit of a memory of Dad, with kind of sparks of steel kind of falling around him and working. I probably won't remember how to play it now. Sorry about that. Shit, I can't actually remember it. It'll come to me. Just like, have you guys got a little bit of time to just let me?
We'll wait. It's good.
Train will still raise like a wave from an ancient sea. Could tell a childhood tales like a truth. I've got like other songs that keep trying to like push in. I can't find the melody. Maybe I'll just read it. Sorry about that. I'm not meant to sing it. It goes, like a train on these old steel rails, like a wave from an ancient sea, like a teller of childhood tales, like a truth in an old story. Your wisdom holds and carries me, though far from home it finds me. And when I'm lost, it guides me, where sparks of steel fall at your feet, where sparks of steel fall at your feet. Old farmer's son, you weathered loads, you raised up iron with welder's flame, sweat on your brow, down endless roads, and if you could, you would all again. Your wisdom holds and carries me, though far from home it finds me. And when I'm lost, it guides me, where sparks of steel fall at your feet. Boilermaker's son, remember well, rivers flow from gully streams, and just a spark can firmly weld a home as brave and strong as steel. Your wisdom holds and carries me, though far from home it finds me. And when I'm lost, it guides me, where sparks of steel fall at your feet.
Oh, now that you found it, sing it
I
again.
don't know. That's not even it. It's kind of there. I don't know.
Beautiful.
So Dad isn't a Barber follower. He's vehemently not a Barber follower now. Not like he's against me being one. He's at first, because when I was young, he used to say that, you know, Christ was in everyone, and that Buddha and Krishna and Muhammad were probably the same one. And he had met some Americans when he was surfing through New Zealand, and they used to smoke pot, and he discovered God through them, and so it's quite a fundamental point in his spiritual journey. And then when I showed him Baba, he said what did he say? He's like Christ. He's probably Christ.
Oh, we did say.
And then at a certain point, he started saying, "No, he's not. He's not. It's not him." And I was like, "Dad, you just need to kind of, read some of Baba's stuff." And so he read some, and he said it's too complicated. It's simpler than that. And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And
He's got a point. He's got a point. It's pretty darn complicated.
it is true. It is true. Yeah, and I think it's sort of like willful, like stubborn sort of towards me too. But yeah, he's definitely would have been an influence spiritually for me, growing up. And then same with Mum. I can recall Mum saying that Christ was in everyone. And
Elizabeth Patterson used to say Baba was Christ-like to other people, like in the community, because
Did
You
she?
know, this
Yeah.
is South Carolina, you know,
Yeah.
and he would go to, I forget what kind of church, a Christian church. I don't remember what sect, but they says, "Why do you go to church, Elizabeth?" She says, "I bring Baba there."
I'm sure she did too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are quite open now, and there's a lot of people that accept different, gurus and masters. There's just something they can't quite get to the avatar yet. Like to make that connection isn't fully there. It feels like for whatever reason. Like I remember driving up to Avatar's abode years ago on Christmas Day, and at the end of Keel Mountain Road that leads up to Avatar's abode, there's a Christian school, and it's actually a really nice school. And they've got fleets of buses, and there were all sorts of celebrations on and everything like that on Christmas Day, of course. And then I went up to Avatar's abode, and it was dead silent, like there's nobody there, absolutely no one. The
Wow.
country would be celebrating the Christ, and meanwhile Avatar's abode is empty.
Mm.
Yeah. Apart from a few stray barber lovers that are kind of hanging in the bushes
They do
working.
celebrate Christmas at Merzad though nicely. They do Christmas. Well, they do everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
All the holidays, I think. But
Yeah,
Christmas,
they do. They do in Queensland as well. Yeah. It was actually I lived at Avatar's abode for a while, and it could be very quiet for there was just me living there, Robert Rouse, who was a recluse, like you never saw him. The only time he came out was for the grumpy old men's meeting once a week, and he would be like exuberant and happy as Larry, and then he'd be back off, in his house, the house that was there when Barbara came. Barbara came into his house, and so he lived there
Yeah.
after his wife Lorna passed as well. He stayed there and was kind of alone, and so it's just me, Robert, and then Bernard Bruford and his wife on the property, and so it would be empty often, very empty. But it get there'd be festivities every now and then, and obviously like people would come up and visit Barbara's house throughout the day at different times. But generally very quiet. I think it's picked up a lot
I was just
now.
gonna ask, probably over time, would it be gaining more life and energy?
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah, definitely.
Jacob, what Montessori did you study? Where did you study?
I studied the adolescent program.
Where in Australia?
Yeah, so the
Oh,
gurus,
oh,
the people that kind of spearheaded that are American, the
Oh,
North American Montessori Teachers Association or something.
oh, yeah, yeah. I studied Montessori International, so it
Yep,
was connected with Italy and Montessori, Dr. Montessori. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. The school I'm at just happened. It's an kind of. I always end up in Montessori somehow, but it's the oldest running Montessori school in Australia, the oldest continuously running school, and the
Wow.
original principal was trained by Maria Montessori and
Oh, wow.
um,
just
taught the staff and the kind of principles that followed after her, and yeah, so it's got a very strong sort of Montessori tradition, I guess, as well, connected to it. It's a beautiful
So,
little school.
so do to Juden and Kalula, have they gone Montessori or what?
Tallulah's in my class, so she
Uh-huh.
goes. And
Oh,
Taj, I can't convince Taj to go.
oh,
He wanted to. He's quite sporty, and
mm,
they've been to a variety of schools. Like when I've ended up teaching at some schools, they've been there. Um, and Taj, it's really funny. Taj said to me, it's not like there's really any good sports people that go to Montessori though. And he's really into basketball, and he said like there's probably no good basketballers that ever go to Montessori. And I was like, Taj, did you know Luke Longley? Do you guys know Luke Longley? Luke Longley
Rings a
went to
bell.
my school. He's like a captain of the Australian basketball team,
Uh,
and he was with the Chicago Bulls for 3 years with
Oh,
Michael Jordan.
wow.
Yeah, at my school, and he was like, "Oh, damn!" He wouldn't believe me.
oh yeah, yeah, wow. That's
But
fun.
apart from that, there aren't any good basketball players in the school, so he's kind of right.
Well, he'll have to change that.
Yeah, he
We
goes
had
to Unitarian school. It's St. Stephen's, it's called. In Australia, I think it's Unitarian they're called. They're an
Unitarian.
Australian church that started in the 70s that sort of wanted to break down the hierarchy and the
Yeah, we have that
priest
here too.
class.
Unitarian.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
actually, it might be the Uniting Church. I get confused. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's got like a little dove for their symbol, and they're really into some kind of, refugees and some progressive sort of ideas, and it's just another Christian school too. He enjoys it. Seems like a good school. He's liking it.
So are your children, are they musical or what? Are they?
They are kind of. Lulu's very gifted singing wise, like has a very
Mm,
natural singing voice.
yeah.
But we haven't really taught them anything. I've taught them a little bit of guitar and they can pick it up, but yeah.
How old
I
are they? How old are they?
Taj is 13 and Tallulah's turning 12 soon.
Oh my
Yeah.
They're
God.
teenage.
Yeah, they're almost both teenagers.
Teenagers. Wow.
We had a fellow from the Chicago Bulls and about Kennedy McIntosh in the LA group. He
No,
Really?
he was from the Celtics. He was basketball
was
because I knew him from Liam Mullen was friends with him. He was a basketball star. Yeah. Kennedy McIntosh. And he would keep them on Zilly Meme schedule. He'd get up at that time in the morning and he'd have the cold shower. I mean, he was so
Yeah.
into it. Yeah.
A lot of the basketballers are doing the Manzilla meme, I think.
Oh.
Getting up early and having a cold plunge.
you got another
Baba was ahead of the
But-
trend.
Well, Dr. Ghani faked it when he had to do that. He
Did
would
he?
go in the shower and he'd just throw water on the wall and make sounds.
Really?
Yeah.
He
That's-
got away with it for a while, and then, but his sense of humor, I mean, Baba just appreciated
Yeah,
Dr.
that's
Ghani,
really
his old schoolmate, you know.
good. Yeah, you could get away with it, I guess. If you had
Yeah, to a point.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got one more song or more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do another song. Let's have a look.
I like that one you did. Make it easy. On and on and on and on and on. Beloved, on and on and on.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote that.
We like
Because
them
sometimes
all.
now I record songs, and I wrote that one, and it was pouring rain, wetting it. And we had this house kind of out in the middle of nowhere that the gutters were just like, they were so rusted and would just be like, there was a
Pouring.
stream down through
Wow.
them. I always kind of remember where the songs are written when you start singing them.
So have you brought Tallulah and Tajudin to the US?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
we
did.
actually,
Sorry I missed them. Yeah.
yeah, we'd
Yeah.
like to come again. I want to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
back to
Let me
record.
know if you come my
Mm.
way, dude.
You're in Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah, 26 years. So they were here and I didn't know about it. Yeah. But, you know, anytime I hear their name, I thought, wow, Tallulah and Tejuden. I said, what good names. I mean, what kind of children are these?
Let me get something in real quick, Rosalie. I'm curious because I was interested in Montessori, and I was a little bit involved. There are Bible lovers who had Montessori in Atlanta, and then
Yeah.
also went to Myrtle Beach. Rosita Bowman in Atlanta. There was a lady, Maureen Morrison, and Uta worked with her. I'm not really sure, but I think Adele McEwen may have worked with them briefly.
She
One,
worked in Myrtle Beach for a while with them.
did she? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I went to the classroom and she had me perform for them.
Now my
Adele
COVID
was
break,
Adele was a
Rosalie,
Montessori teacher. Yeah.
be quiet. Rose, the other day, it may have been yesterday. I don't recall if it was on Baba Zoom or it may have been on the radio like BBC. I did listen to the radio a little bit. There was some on the news, something regarding Montessori was suddenly featured. And this person had worked with Mrs. Montessori, but she said in India. And I'd always thought the original school was in Italy, I thought. But
Yeah.
was there a school was there a school in India that
I think there are
Yeah.
schools
Yeah.
in India.
everywhere? But this
Yeah.
goes way back. I think this lady referred to her relationship with Maria Montessori.
Yeah, Maria, so she traveled to India. She got exiled from Italy during Mussolini time, and
Ah,
she was stuck in
yeah.
India for 7 years. And her son, Mario, was interred during the war because he was Italian and the Italians were on the other side.
Ah,
He was interred in Ahmednagar.
Oh,
Oh,
for heaven's
gosh.
intern.
Yeah, so
What happened to him?
he was let out. I mean, because she was pretty famous as well. But okay, so I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure that Adi Senior went and visited him in Ahmednagar as well.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
What time
If
frame was that? What did
during World War II.
during World War II?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my answer. That puts the puzzle together. Thank you. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had heard that Maria herself was imprisoned in that Ahmednagar jail, and it's the same one that Gandhi had been imprisoned in.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Why would she have been in
Because she was from Italy, and they were imprisoning all those in those
suspicious? Yeah.
Yeah.
countries.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened in Australia too. The Italians they weren't allowed to leave their properties. We lived on a
Right.
property where an Italian
Yeah. Boy,
had been stuck, and he used to walk around the edge of the property singing.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
oh, what an
Yeah.
image. Oh my God.
They would
Eric
have
is-
a string of spaghetti that they couldn't pass, right?
No doubt.
Jacob, you probably knew Erich's father was an inspector of boilers. That was his
Okay.
work, lifetime work, inspector of boilers for the railroad, Indian Railroad.
Okay. No, I didn't know. I mean, I've read
Yeah,
stories.
big job,
but
big important job. Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow.
interesting.
You see, also, Jacob, you know, with your singing, you bring all these stories, and you know, like they say that Marucci, you know, about the black swan. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very rich heritage there,
Yeah.
So you're more like a storyteller, singer, and that's
Yeah.
great. It's so relaxing and actually I get the feeling of listening to your music like I listened as a child. Not
Mm.
complicated, just that delicious listening when it's not evangelical. It's like so very sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go. Jay Baba, thank you.
Baba.
Hey, Baba.
Hey, Baba. All right, one more song.
Okay. Do you want me to finish with River of My Song?
Please. Yeah. 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 Marvin, I'm gonna mute you. Your beep beep is. Where are you? There you go.
I'm not sure. Is Rani still there? She can sing along if she wants to.
I'm in the store, but don't think
Is that somebody underwater?
That
That was Ronnie.
Ronnie. I'm not seeing her name on the list, but oh well. Okay.
Near McKeever, I think she's at the McKeevers. I think
Oh,
Michelle McKeever.
Yeah, I said I'm at
Uh,
the store right now. I'm listening, but I couldn't sing, so but that's what I was saying.
That's very slack.
thank you.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry.
That is so lazy.
But I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed every second.
I think you should sing in the TJ Maxx.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going. Bye.
Bye. Rani helped write this song. That's why I'm sort of putting her on the spot.
Oh, she did. I remember you sang it at Northeast Gathering. It was beautiful. Yeah, together.
Yeah. It's much better when she sings, but that's all right.
It's not the same on Zoom. It doesn't work very well. A duet.
No, yeah, I gather it probably doesn't. Oh, my Lord, hear my song, humble me where I am wrong. For my Lord, all I own are these words to my song. And may the river of my song find the ocean of your love. Oh, my Lord. Give me strength when I'm weak, when I'm afraid. Give me courage, and when my hope is almost gone, help me, Lord, to sing my song. And may the river of my song find Hear my song, humble me where I am wrong. For my Lord, all I own are these words to my song. And may the river of my song find the ocean of your love. May the river of my song find the ocean of your love. May the river of my song find the ocean of your love. Oh, my Lord.
Bravo, bravo. Oh, you're coming back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, Jim Meyer does a devotional singing. That's what yours is, a devotional singing.
That's
That's
right.
what it is. And we would,
Somebody once described it as mediocre modern day psalms. So,
oh, no.
Oh no, it's all hard. It's all
Spoken
hard.
by a mediocre person, right?
probably.
No, Jacob, really consider it because I'll ask Angela myself. I mean, we have Brandon Reeves. I don't know if you ever tune in or because of the time, but he comes on once a month usually on Thursday night, and he shares, and I tell you, it's such a help to people. It's such a help. It's a boost. And yours especially. And I especially think that because it's so relaxing. I mean, really. And it's so to the heart. And yeah. And I think that's why I think that childlike thing. I thought, okay, that's the Montessori influence. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Not
Sorry,
like pounding knowledge down your throat, because we're going into intuition anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
What good is all that knowledge gonna do?
That's true. What's the point in it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, come, I'm gonna send you that song, Cosmopath. So you
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And if you ever sing anybody else's songs, you might enjoy it. Your own
Yeah.
music is wonderful, though,
Yeah, you don't need anyone else's
No.
song.
You know?
Yeah. Wow. No, thank you so much. And I can't wait someday to meet this Tallulah and Tajuden. Give my love
Yeah.
to Liz.
We'll
Yeah.
send them over for a
Yeah.
Sahabas if we can afford it. I'd love to come back. I'm trying to sort of organize to record more with Cliff and do it properly.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I've been saying
Yeah.
forever that I'd get another album out and kind of just taking my sweet time about it. And then
There's
Cliff
another.
is sort of
Sorry.
recorded.
There's
Oh no,
another
Cliff
thing.
is recorded with me, so we'll make it happen at some point.
There's
I
another.
love your. Go
Brad,
ahead.
There's another grandchild named Tajudin. Buzz Glassky's grandkid is Taj.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're Dodgers. Wow, wow.
Yeah, Taj. He's the only Tajuddin in his school, that's for sure.
I imagine so.
They call him Taj, though, probably.
They do have, yeah, they do. There's a famous surfer called Taj Burrows in Western Australia, so people just think he's named after a surfer.
Oh.
So you're born in 84?
Yeah, yeah.
And what day are you born?
September 29.
September 29.
Yeah.
Mosley's writing it down. You're going to get a whole.
Do my
Oh, no,
horoscope.
I find it very interesting just because of the generations. You know,
Yeah.
I've never liked in the United States personally, it's too age connected, a certain group, and everyone has the same problems.
Yeah.
You know, and in other countries it's not like that, you know. I mean, it's they might have a dance with every age, or you know, things like that. And I think it's very limiting to have a culture everything the same age, you know. It's
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I'm in actually in India one time Mira said I was like a child. And you know, yeah, and I really am in a lot of ways. And I was lucky to make it through Catholic school with all the constriction, you know. So that Montessori,
could be pretty
my teacher was from Mexico, my Montessori teacher, and she taught just by the 20th century studio where Baba had, I think, met Tallulah, and you know.
Yeah.
And she was very dear person. She was from Chihuahua, Mexico. And I would come to school and I'd have this great picture of Baba just right. Actually, it was kind of by my feet. I mean, it was like propped up. And she bumped it one time and she was very respectful. You know, she was very special. And
there's a lot of crossovers with Montessori, I think.
A lot of what?
A lot of crossovers with Montessori.
Oh, and Baba. Yeah. Right.
A lot of connections.
I was interviewed by an Indian woman in Northern California. I don't remember her name, but it was scary. And she was from Sri Lanka. And she said, when she interviewed me, and she says, if you studied in my school, I will keep an eye on you. And I thought, well, if anyone's eye is going to be, it's not going to be your eye. So I traveled down to Los Angeles, where I was born, and got this sweetheart of a Montessori teacher. Sure enough, in the Montessori oral exams, the woman that wanted to keep an eye on me, she was one of the testers. She didn't recognize me, but she go, and Baba helped me because I did a presentation of language and she went, all wrong, all wrong. Usually I would buck it, but I says, how would you do it? And her ego took over and she did it and she passed me.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I tell you, it was so Baba that he brought it.
There's so much Montessori in America too. I feel like it'd be nice to get a job there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach really needs some.
Oh yeah.
Schools,
oh yeah. Yeah.
To get some schools there, some alternative schools. I'm sure there are some around it. Can really see with the center there that eventually the Baba family will start sort of bringing that Baba culture into Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, there was a Baba lover, Marianne Barnhart, and she brought it with her sister to India. They went to India to try, and she passed away now, but There's a lot
Yeah, I
of
went
Baba
to
lovers.
Marianne's school
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
in
you
Atlanta.
did.
Yeah, I got to go through and visited her there
And where was she teaching? In Oregon or
in
where?
Atlanta. She had a
Oh,
school,
Atlanta. Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had an adolescent program that they had started there as well.
Oh,
Because a
wow.
lot of, as you know, would know, a lot of Montessori schools don't go all the way up to high
Right,
school.
right. Yeah.
She had started one there that went to high school. I don't know how far up it went. Yeah, it was a nice school.
We have
But
There.
we have a small Oregon town, and we have one that's working on getting the higher grades going. Yeah.
wow.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know
the
it.
one sorry, you go.
No, I was going to say I like the Montessori idea because they don't keep teenagers at their desk. You know what I
No.
mean? They work with their energy, as I understand it. I mean, I can't imagine, sitting whatever your 8 hours at a desk when you have like your son wants to play basketball. It's like that energy. Wow.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
school is on a farm, on
Oh, see, yeah.
the older kids. I'm not sure how high they go, but that's where they go. They go out to a.
So it's
Yeah.
Baba Lover that has that school.
No, it's
Yeah,
not. Good friends, but not.
curious. Yeah.
So Betty, you're in Oregon, did you say?
Yeah, right. Yeah, near Portland.
In
Yeah.
near Portland.
So this is a pretty small town to have, to have such a progressive, the elementary's been going for quite a while, and they're, like I say, they're adding now I think it's a junior high. I think the kids are now at middle. A good friend of mine
Yeah.
teaches.
And Betty's house is up for sale. It's true. She's selling, yeah. And that's a house where they had all of these big Baba gatherings. Yeah.
Oh, so we should buy it. We should all
Yeah,
crowd.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay.
really,
You could pay her off in songs.
That would be really nice if I could get a house through songs.
wouldn't it?
how many acres, Betty? 4?
Just
Three?
just 3 acres, small. It's not a real big farm. Yeah.
3
That's
acres
big.
quite a bit for a
Yeah,
yard. Yeah.
good size.
You guys, we should go. We got Saturday. You got to go to bed. I think.
Yes, I'll let you guys go. Jay
All right.
Baba, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we can do it again, I hope
All
you.
right.
Will he get a tape? Oh, where is
He'll link. He'll be a
Oh,
link.
because I put a quote in there of the mystical language. It says, love and sing in. And I think that's what you're doing. Love and sing in. Love life's use in praise, in loving me, in all, in any. I put it in, he will get one. He'll
And
get a tape.
We'll all have a link. Everybody can listen.
No, I mean, will he be sent that? Because I know when people perform, sometimes they send them the responses.
Oh, you mean a copy of the chat?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
And I'll send along a copy of the chat.
Oh,
But
great. Because that quote,
I
you'd
clicked on the chat. I can see it now.
yeah, oh
It
yeah,
took me a little while to work it out, but I'm getting it.
oh yeah, no, but that's like straight talk. Baba said he straight.
I don't see your quote in the chat, Rosalie.
It is. It is. He saw it. He saw
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. I'll make sure he gets it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Good.
All right. You
Thank you, Jacob.
you can
Goodbye.
sing all the same songs again, Jacob. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
learn-
Learn any
Keep it,
new
keep it simple.
I'd like to read this as a tribute to your concert today.
Wow.
This is, I think, must be either 49 or 48 at Maribod. And the new life is about to happen. But it's in October. It's October 14th.
16th.
So October 16th, they began the trip in 1949 from Maribod. So I don't know where, not sure, but this October 14th, remember, on the morning of October 14th, the Mandali at Mehrabad were called to Marazad to witness Baba symbolically end his must work by shaving, bathing, and clothing two of his favorites, Ali Shah and Mohammed. Both musts were now living at Mehrabad, being cared for by Sidhu. After this symbolic event, Baba went to Mehrabad in the afternoon. Ramju Abdullah, Ghani Mansuf, and Kak Sahib opined that the Mandali should be served a good meal before their departure with Baba, to which Baba agreed. They requested non-vegetarian food. So departure with Baba, maybe this is they're about to leave in 2 days to begin their travel. They requested non-vegetarian food, and for the first time, Baba gave his consent for meat to be served at Mehrabad. When the meal was ready, Baba asked where it should be eaten. Mandali Hall was suggested. Baba asked Dake what he thought, and being a rather orthodox Brahmin, Dake critically said, "This hall is sacred, is the sacred seat of the Avatar." He's saying this right before, in front of Baba. This hall is the sacred seat of the Avatar, and never until now has non-vegetarian food been served near your seat. So, in my opinion, I disapprove of it being taken there. Others protested that it was not good to divide the group because of one man's prejudices. But Baba replied, "For me, the opinion of even one man counts. You are all on one side and Dake is on the other. So I will side with Dake and say, let's not eat inside." As a result, at 6:30, everyone had to have the meal in Kakubai's hut. While Dake and Kali Mama, also a Brahmin, had a mixture of sweets as their supper, which they ate in the Mandali Hall. While Baba served the food and distributed wine, whiskey, and brandy that he permitted Sarosh to bring, Dake read out a speech entitled "Farewell to Baba and Companions." Adi Sr. and Ramju helped themselves to glass after glass of liquor. Others too freely imbibed. But when Baba approached Faram, he indicated, "Don't ask for more," and then poured 2 drops in Dake's glass.
Hmm.
Teasing Dake, Sailor elbowed him in the ribs, urging Dake to plead for more. No, Faram, not Dake. What is this? Don't ask for more. Faram, I got my names mixed up. Baba approached Faram and indicated, "Don't ask for more." Then he poured 2 drops. Teasing Sailor elbowed Faram, urging him to plead for more. Faram held out his glass, but Baba ignored him.
Okay, is this
Although there is a kind of a culmination to this incident. Although there was joking and laughter, the argument over food had taken place prior to eating, so that by the time they actually sat down to the meat dishes, all were dejected and the general mood was spoiled. Even this last supper could not be held in a pleasant atmosphere, and that was Baba's preference.
Okay.
Where are you reading? Where are
Yeah.
you sharing? From what? From a book or what?
Yeah.
Lord Maher, right?
Yeah.
Lord Maher, Ralph?
Well,
Lord
yeah.
Mayor. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. Yeah.
All right then.
1945 to 1952. Volume.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you
Thank you, guys.
until
Barbara, everyone.
next time. Thank you, Jacob. This was
So everybody be sad. J-Bomb.
Jacob. Okay. On that note, okay. Hope you can sleep now. Jacob.
Yeah. J Baba, everybody.
See you
Take
again.
care.
You're hearing from us. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. J Bob.
Bye-bye.